Now, it's where the stairway to heaven meets the dark side of the moon. From Pink Floyd to Led Zeppelin, George Hardy has produced some of the most iconic record sleeves of our time.
Yeah, he's the rock royalty of the graphic design world, although ironically, he's never actually owned his own record player. Tomorrow, his life's work goes on display at Brighton University until April the 7th. Lucinda Adam has been to see it.
Charlton's George Teixeira put the hosts in the lead just before half-time. However, there was more than enough seconds on the clock for Bradford to equalise before the break. The chances of the Addicks getting anywhere near the playoff places is a pipe dream. Charlton slipped to 15th place in the table. The final score, 1-1. Gillingham had an evening to forget. English scored 4 goals away from home for the second time in 4 days. Gillingham looked busy for parts of the game, but the match was effectively over by the break. Worryingly, the match looked more like a testimonial. In League 2, Crawley suffered their 5th defeat in 6 home games. Food should have gone well, but missed by 6 yards. Crawley's goalkeeper Ian Morris was the busiest player on the pitch with shots coming from all angles. Morris had previously saved 2 penalties. Crewe scored after James Jones scored his 8th of the season, this time sending Morris the wrong way. From this point, Crewe controlled the game. The visitors scored twice in as many minutes at the beginning of the second half. Crewe struck the crossbar late on, but really, this was a below-par performance from a side who continued to slip down the league table.
The best thing about School Report is how you can make yourself free and you can do whatever projects you want, so you get different projects and you get to be put in groups.
I think the best thing about School Report is how it's so free, like Lily said. You get to have such a fun experience with all your friends, and it's something creative and unique.
I do want to be a journalist when I'm older because you get to experience what's happening in the world and you just get to know around the place.
Same with me.
Good morning from the news team in the southeast. Further tributes have been paid to a man who was found dead in a Kent car park. Giles McAfee's body was discovered in Tunbridge Wells more than a week ago. 2 men have been charged with the 43-year-old's murder. Police are continuing to investigate his death.
Giles was always a very confident person I worked with for quite a long time. He told me a lot about life and everything. I worked with him and all the stuff I needed to succeed in my job. He was always a very caring person and always was able to lend a hand when needed.
A burglar from Herne Bay who swallowed a gold chain to hide it from police officers has been sentenced to 8 years in prison. 52-year-old Clifford Ayery from William Street pleaded guilty to burglary and handling stolen goods. He was arrested in January after a burglary in Victoria Park. A decision will be made over whether to improve controversial plans to expand a historic steam railway line in Sussex. The Rother Valley Railway wants to reinstate the track between Robertsbridge and Bodiam. If it goes ahead, it'll restore the link with the main railway network. However, some residents have expressed concerns about the flooding and congestion. A new international college campus in Ashford is due to open its doors this September. The new college will cost £26 million. The aim is to provide employees and skilled and qualified staff. The plan also includes a larger shopping centre and 5,000 homes. And if you'd like to find out more, you can tune in to BBC Radio Kent just after 8, where John and Maggie will be speaking with the residents from Chillingham Green. A statue of Pocahontas in Gravesend has its listed status updated to commemorate the 400th anniversary of her death in Kent. Earlier this year, special commemorations took place at the Grade 2 life-size bronze statue to remember her life. The statue has been updated to include a full description of her role in English and North American history. And it's looking like a lovely day outside. Elizabeth Renzini here with the weather.
Hello, good morning. Yesterday was the warmest day of the year so far, all of that mild air teaming up with glorious sunshine. Now today it's not going to be quite as good. It will be a cloudier day, particularly for parts of Sussex, and it's a rather misty start as well, a chilly start to the day, but with some brightness around. We've also got some sea fog, and this should gradually break up through the day as the breeze picks up. So the best of the brightness, the sunshine out towards eastern areas today, but even here through the afternoon it will probably cloud over. A bit windier than it was yesterday. Top temperatures 12 or 13 9 degrees Celsius, so cooler too. Now overnight tonight it will be quite cloudy. We're going to get some spits and spots of rain. That's a cold front coming through overnight, so it will leave behind it some chillier air into tomorrow morning. But tomorrow, yes, it's going to feel cooler and it will be a bit windier, but we should get some sunshine through the morning with some rain by the end of the day. Quite showery over the weekend and windy too.
That's all from me. I'll be back at 7 with an update on the headlines.
One unlucky driver on Herne Bay seafront this morning, but the frustration may be short-lived. According to new figures, 70% of motorists who challenge their tickets here in the Swale Council area are let off their parking fines.
If someone's illegally parked, then surely they ought to pay.
I get loads of them. It's a rip-off really, so it's another tax.
You've never managed to get any of them overturned?
Never, no, never.
A survey of 98 councils across the country showed huge discrepancies in the number of motorists winning and losing their parking appeals.
I think if you're parking your car, you want to be able to A, understand what the rules are, and B, know that if you stick to them or even infringe them just on a very minor basis, you're not going to be penalised for that. And given that so many, in some cases, of these appeals are successful, one wonders why the tickets were ever issued in the first place.
Graham Burns from Herne has been wondering just that. He was told by Canterbury City Council that his ticket wasn't properly displayed because it had flipped over. He won his case against the flipped over policy following a tribunal.
Well, the ticket was £3.20 and the parking ticket was £25, but I would imagine the cost of the council was a huge amount, and it certainly cost me a great deal of time and money to prosecute the case, if you like.
Was it worth the effort?
Yes, yeah, it was worth the effort. Yeah.
Swale Council said in a statement, these figures show that we are effectively considering challenges by motorists by taking account of their views and any mitigating circumstances. It's important to have a clear appeal process where circumstances such as loading, breakdowns, medical emergencies, damaged signs or worn road markings can be taken into account. Derek Johnson, ITV News, Herne Bay.